Hey, what's up guys and welcome back to Anime King. And today I'm going to be giving you part 3 of What If Naruto Was Given Abilities by 4 Devils. Remember to get this one to 200 likes as usual. Share this to all of your friends in your social media platform. And also, stay in tune for Anime King 3. I'm gonna be posting a new episode of What If Naruto Awakened the Yellow Rinnegan after his exile. So stay tuned for that and I hope you guys enjoy. And remember, if you're new and this is the first time you hear my voice, and you enjoy videos on both Anime King and Anime King 3, go ahead and click that red subscribe button and become part of the Anime King family. And thank you for all of your help and your support. And yeah, without further ado, what do you say begin this new episode? Start the intro. So, the last time we left off, as Naruto was currently looking for the princess, as he made his way to a strange clan era. It was said to be a clan that was now extinct. Making his way down there, Naruto went through many things. A toad, a demonic toad that he took care of. Every time he killed one of these demons, he also get their abilities. As he get a new devil arm as well, also a new tattoo. As he made his way down and took care of a witch as well. As he also took care of 2 brothers, gaining their blades as the blades, wanting to find someone worthy to wield them. As Naruto made his way, he faced off against a strange spider demon as well. Making his way through the cavern, he faced off against main demon. He also got a new weapon, Pandora's box, with many weapons inside and new guns. And also, it could transform into a bike, which he started to ride as he made his way. The more he went, the stronger he get, as he nearly lost himself in power. But the Kyuubi spoke to him as he calmed himself. He was letting things get to his head. So with that, he continued on with his journey, as he had to go through a trial after getting a new gun. As he went through a trial to see his father, as Minato told him he was disappointed in him, that hurt Naruto gravely. But Naruto decided to stand up to his fears, as Minato smiled with his hand on his head. It wasn't the real Minato, of course, but he told Naruto that he was proud of him and to continue on. So with that new resolve, Naruto kept on going, as he made his way. After going through another labyrinth, he made his way up towards the surface, as he came to see a large dragon flying towards him. The dragon then descended right in front of him, telling him that he is now the new holder of the dragon contract. As Naruto turned towards the dragon with a dumb expression on his face. What? So yeah guys, so it's basically that's what I thought. You guys can switch across the blades and check it out for yourself. So, what do you say begin this new episode? Naruto stared at the creature in shock. The Dragon Clan? Him? He didn't even know how he got here, and now he was the holder of the Dragon Clan contract. As he looked at the dragon, Cian, right? Said Naruto. How can I become the holder of the Dragon contract when I don't even know where I am? You became the holder of the contract because you went through the trials. Very well, I might add. It's customary for all the Kazuma clan members to hold the contract with the dragons, which is where they got the nickname, the Dragon Riders of the Mountain. You gained the contract because of that one fact. You are proven to be Kazuma clan material. However, tell me boy, how is it that you hold more than one soul within your body, Cian asked. As Naruto raised his eyebrow, dragons are able to see the aura of life and balance within it. They are well known to be one of the strongest demon clans in the world, next to Kitsune and the Inyun, of course. Said the Kyuubi, explained to Naruto. You see, Cian, I am the Jinchuriki of the Kyuubi, and the descendant of the Dark Knight Sparda. Kyuubi count as one, and the others are devil arms, with their spirit in contact, said Naruto. As Cian nodded, I should have known, but tell me, are you any way possibly related to Kazuma? Sodiki asked Cian. I don't know who that is, so I can't answer that, said Naruto. I see, so the split was successful then, Cian said. Split? What split? Naruto asked. I'm sorry boy. I'm afraid I don't know all the details. What I know is this clan left 90 years ago and joined an alliance with a guy named Madara Uchiha Sensei. As Naruto heard the Kyuubi growl inside. Kid, I never tell you why I attacked the village, did I? No, you didn't, said Naruto. Well, it was all due to the man named Uchiha Madara. You see, about 15 years ago, my den was attacked by him and a large group of shinobis, include one that was a pale, snakeskin man, another with his eyes looking at the Sage of Six Paths as well. I fought and killed all but those three that I just told you about, with Madara losing his eye, the snake-like man using, and immortality jutsu, and the last one I used my chakra to poison him, by having him lose the ability to move his body and lose his strength. But before I could finish him off, that man used something called the Shibuku no Tensei to encase me in a Moonlight prison, and Madara used other Sharingan to possess me. After about 5 years, the next thing I knew, I woke up, trapped in your stomach. As Naruto was deep in thought after hearing that. Well, he said, at least I know where to start. He then looked towards the dragon. I accept your offer to be the next dragon summoner, as he knew deep down he was going to need as much power as he was going to get, and dragons were going to be a big help. Very well, please hold out your right hand. As Naruto raised his right hand above his head, as the dragon placed his claw on Naruto's hand, as Naruto felt the claw dig into his flesh as he winced in pain, but he held it, as the symbol was burned into his skin. As Naruto looked at the new dragon symbol in his hand, that mark now bond you with the dragon clan, and you're able to summon us freely. Be sure to summon the king when you're able to get your tests. And with that saying poofed away, as the light that was with him was gone, leaving Naruto covered in darkness. As Naruto looked back at his hand, he was about to leave until he heard someone groan in the bed. The girl saw someone at the shrine looking. Hey you! Who are you? And where are we, she asked, as Naruto stepped forward. I don't know really, I just got here like 10 seconds ago, and I'm confused. My name's Naruto by the way, he said, looking the girl over. She had light blonde hair and blue eyes, as she was wearing a priestess clothing. The girl looked at him like she'd seen him before. His appearance. Have I seen him before? She shook her head. My name is Nadaka. Where are we exactly, she said. She looked around. As Naruto blinked. So you're the princess, he said. As he released a sigh of relief. My mission has been accomplished, he said. Your mission? What mission, she asked. I was sent here by the third Hokage to come and find you after you went missing a while ago. I actually thought you were in this clan home that I just came out of, but now that I find you we can get out of here. As Nadaka nodded. But to get out of here faster, I'll have to carry you on my back, said Naruto. A slight blush came in her face before she nodded. As Naruto bent down and she climbed off the bed onto his back, she wrapped her arms around his neck as he got to his full height. You ready? He asked. She nodded. She felt the ear left her for a moment as he took off with high speed, fast through the cavern. Time skip. As Naruto and Nadaka were now racing through the cavern at high speed, as they made it right to the forest, as they were currently just talking, having nothing else to do, as Naruto told her about his past, as Nadaka told him about her village as well, about her mother. Her mother's name is Amatsu. She was one of the main reasons why Naruto can't wait to become the true ruler and protect the village with her power. As Naruto asked what kind of power they were, she said that it was telepathy, and that it was extremely hard to master on your own. She also said on a few occasions the power will help her see into the future, but they were never, well, specific to what she saw. She claimed that when the time came and she mastered her power, she can control the amount of vision she received. As they ran, Naruto started to feel like something was strange. It was like something was pulling him towards a different location than what he was going for, as he felt like he was being directed back to the clan house that he just left. Indeed, he was right, as a house came to view, but there was some light barrier around the house as well. Naruto, what is that? Said Nadaka, as Naruto stopped in front of the compound. I don't know, but I got the feeling I'm about to find out. The barrier spring open and sucked them in. Later on, Naruto woke up as he had blacked out, as he was in darkness. He looked down to the ground to see. It looked like lava in a way. As he looked up to see Nadaka, she was in a strange bubble pounding on it above him. Naruto pulled out Blood Fang as he fired at the barrier, but they didn't work. Well, that's strange. He was about to attack again until he was stopped by familiar voices. So the Sparda boy survived. Can't say I'm surprised, but it angered me so. A voice, a rather deep tone said, as he remembered those voices from earlier, the Three Stooges. Well, if it isn't the Three Stooges, it's nice to hear your stupid voice again, said Naruto. That's it! I've had enough of this boy. He must be punished. A stuttering voice said, Why don't you do something about it, Naruto said, mocking the voice. That's it, release them on this disrespectful brat, the stuttering voice said once again. As Naruto broke in glass, the demons that he fought before came in front of him, each holding their weapons. As Naruto simply summoned Yamato, as he shot forward and sliced one of them in half, as the thing burst into sand. Naruto smirked as he started going through them in a breeze. Is this all you got? Is this what you call a punishment, said Naruto, as he sliced off another demon's head before stabbing one through the stomach. You want a challenge, brat? Fine then, we'll give you a challenge. Release the abyss, the old voice said, finally showing himself. As Naruto heard another glass breaking, as a huge tentacle shot out of nowhere, as all the demons that he was facing was destroyed by the tentacle, but Naruto jumped out of the way. As Naruto saw a strange beast crawl from the ceiling, it had 3 dragon-like heads and a lot of tentacles used against him. As Naruto sighed, how the hell do I get into this shit, he asked himself. With Naruto, she gasped as she remembered her dream. As she remembered the white-haired boy fighting that same beast down there, but before he could kill it, he was captured and eaten. And she wanted him to live, but she couldn't do anything with herself trapped in this barrier. As she took off the bell that was given to her by her mother and started to pound the barrier with her bell. As the barrier started to break as her bell was banging, as she saw Naruto incinerate one of the heads. With a few more hits, the barrier broke as she fell down to the ground. She started to run to save the boy, but it was too late. As Naruto was caught, as he was being pulled towards the demon. Naruto, she shouted, as she closed her eyes in fear. As a tentacle shot towards Naruto just to pierce him. As Naruto was at the mercy of the demon. But the hit never came. Something grabbed the tentacle, stopping it. Gee, son, do I have to keep on saving your ass? Said a voice. As Naruto blinked. Father? As Naruto felt a pain in his stomach, as he was released, as Minato was standing in front of him. I told you I would see you again. Father, how are you here again? I thought you were joking when you said we will meet again. As Minato gave him a hand as Naruto got to his feet. Minato roughly is here. Well, actually I wasn't. Before my soul disappeared after the test, I transferred as much chakra I could into your body. And once you were in enough danger, I will appear in front of you as your shield. As he heard the beast screech as he tried to attack them, only to hit nothing but ear. That's funny. You would think after the first one, he would just wait, said Minato, as he turns attention back to his son. So you're only back temporarily? Well, that sucks, said Naruto. Why do I keep thinking that you're back permanently, and then you have to leave? I'm sorry, Naruto, said Minato, but I just can't. The seal is designed so I remain in Shinigami's stomach, no matter how much I want to leave. I'm sorry I couldn't find a seal that had the strength like that one did. I wish I was here that I could see your rise to what you're fully capable of, said Minato. It's okay. I guess I just got selfish, but it will pass, said Naruto. Now tell me, Dad, how do I stop this monster? You'll have to use the style I gave you, said Minato. As Naruto raised an eyebrow. Serenity? But how can I use it when I barely even know how to use my new devil arms? Minato used his index finger and poked Naruto's forehead. I'll help you learn it manually. This will give you a small headache, but you and I will have a small fusion, so you know how to use the style. Also, know this, weakness is only a matter of thought. You are only strong if you allow yourself to be strong. Now what do you say we get rid of this thing once and for all? A smile crept up on Naruto's face. As Naruto was watching, all that she saw was the beast was going to attack Naruto when a barrier erupted in front of him and the beast was now pounded on it. The barrier exploded out, sending all the tentacles flying. The beast sent another tentacle towards him as Naruto held his right hand. Serenity, he said. As the tentacle was blasted away. Rebellion, he said once again as his right hand grabbed the hilt of the blade. As Naruto shot forward, as a tentacle shot towards his face, Naruto's body ducked right under it as it passed over his face. As he sliced Rebellion forward, taking off a tentacle. Another one came towards his side, Serenity. As the tentacle was blasted away with tremendous force. As Naruto placed his sword on his back and started to jump and dodge and flip and evade all the tentacles. As he leaped forward, one of the heads came towards him as he placed two hands together. Serenity! As the force smashed into it, making the head hit the ground with great, tremendous force, exploding it. So that's Serenity power. Able to push and pull force. Gravity itself. Nice. There was only one head remaining now. Naruto, we need to end this quickly, said Minato. My chakra's almost out, and you can only use this move 2 more times before you're done. As Minato form was slowly fading away, as Naruto spread his hand forward, a Rasengan started forming his right hand, Minato placed his arms around the Rasengan and transferred his power into it. Naruto saw all the darkness was blown away. It was like darkness was fighting light as the Rasengan got silver. As Naruto used his strength down to his feet to push off the ceiling, his body moved at tremendous speed down towards the demon. Naruto, you must be very careful using Serenity move. Right now, you can only use it 4 times a day. But the more you train, the better you will get. But for now, never go over that limit. If you do, you'll die. As Minato was side by side with Naruto, with the Rasengan between their palms, as the both of them landed, Rasengan, they yelled as they smashed it into the demon. The demon screamed out in pain before it fell over. Boom, dead. As Naruto turned towards his father, who gave him a smile. I'm proud of you, he said, as he vanished like a ghost, his chakra fading away. As the demon started to disintegrate on the ground, a white orb then came out of the demon's body, but this one had a strange aura to it. It looked like it was surrounded with darkness. As he held out his hand, as the orb flew inside of him, as Naruto felt something strange happen to his body, he felt darker. He felt a desire to kill those and punish those that hurt him. But that wasn't the only thing that he got. He got knowledge in his head. This power was called Heart of Darkness, which gave him the ability to manipulate shadows to a certain degree and use certain techniques that came into conjunction with the power. I think I need to be careful when using this power, he thought to himself. After feeling that rush of darkness a minute ago, as Naruto ran towards him, Naruto-kun, what just happened? Are you alright? She asked. Oh, I'm fine, he said. Come on, let's get the hell out of here. As he turned his back, Naruto happily crawled on his back once again, and with that he took off, not noticing the figure that had a smile on his face. It appears the boy has grown stronger. This will make things far more interesting as time go by. But for now, I need to wipe this place out before anyone else discovers it. As the figure makes his way inside the clan house, no one will ever know what happened in this place. A massive shadow swallowed the era into abyss. Timeskip the next day. My. That was quite the mission you went on, Naruto-kun, and Miss Naruto, I presume. As the little princess nodded. That is correct, Hokage-sama. Though, I was surprised I didn't arrive sooner than I should have in regards of coming here. As Naruto was still well confused how she woke up in the shrine, in the clan home, as that was still rather confusing. Well, at least her vision didn't come through. At least Naruto was okay, and she couldn't wait to get home to her mother and her people. Well, all that matters is that you're safe here. Now regardless the way you're staying for the moment, I will find you a hotel as soon as possible if you would like. Naruto glanced over at Naruto before she looked back at Hiruzen as she had a small blush on her face. If it's okay with you, Hokage-sama, I would like to stay with Sama, she said. What is it about me that the ladies love, Naruto thought to himself. Well, I think the tattoos will be a major booster now. Hiruzen stroked his chin. Okay, I can allow that. Very well, I will have you register a Naruto-kun address. And Naruto-kun, here's your payment for the 2 B-Rap missions you've taken. 2, said Naruto, as he looked at the old man. 1 payment from the mission you just took, and the second is from the Mizuki incident a while back. I didn't pay you when you graduate because your certification didn't go through until a month ago. I'm just paying you double for what you just did. Naruto didn't know why this weird thought came to his head, taking the money and throwing it from a high place. Let the people fight over it like chickens. Okay, old man, he said. I'll see you later. As he looked at Naruto before stooping down as she crawled on his back. Giddy up, horses, she said, as Naruto made the sound of a horse before jumping through the window. As Hiruzen smiled. What I wouldn't give to be young again. Or at least to have you here back again, Suikoheim, he thought to himself, as he thought about his late wife. Time skip. As Naruto had shown Naruto around the village and the spots he usually went to, as they made it to Naruto Place, she had to say it was impressive on the outside. As Naruto landed on the wall, right to his apartment balcony and made his way inside with Naruto. Welcome to my humble abode. As Naruto removed his shirt and placed on a couch, Naruto had to keep her vision straight so she wouldn't stare at him. So, Naruto, you live here all by yourself, she asked, as he nodded. As he went through hand sign, all the tattoos on his body except for the Rebellion and Yamato and the Kyuubi on his back disappeared. Naruto was confused. She thought that they were natural. In case you're wondering, the tattoos are the results of demonic energy I have absorbed in my body. I just simply repress them so I can use my weapons later on, but I can still bring them back out by allowing their powers to come forth. Still don't understand how these 3 never leave though, as they still had the Rebellion, the Kyuubi and Yamato. Oh well, as he brought her to the guest room, she loved how big the bed was, and she was happy to view of the village. Only if she'd only be here for a little while though. She loved it. Come on, he said. Let me take you to the best place this village have to offer in food. As she nodded and went with him. Time skip. As Naruto was in the outskirts of the village, trying to know the heart of darkness, as he was trying to learn one of the new techniques that came with it. The technique was called Shadow Streak. It allowed him to manipulate his image in the form of after image, to presume that he was moving at high speeds. They could also attack with the creator so he could be using 3 attacks instead of 1. He could not wait to master this move. So after a while of training, he decided to do something else. He supposed it's time to meet the boss as he beat his finger and went through hand sign. Summoning Jutsu. Massive black smoke erupted in the area as Naruto stepped back. When the smoke cleared away, a 200 feet tall dragon was there. It had huge wings that fluttered, seeming to blow the village over with just one swing, just by the size of him, as he had huge gold eyes, as he narrowed them towards Naruto. I take it that you're the new holder of my clan contract. After nearly 100 years, he said, as he focused on Naruto. Yes, my name is Naruto Sparda Namikaze. I remember of the Kazuma clan and descendant of the Dark Knight Sparda. The dragon looked at him. That's quite a resume you have on your hands, boy. I would say that you're some kind of powerhouse filled with delicate care, as the dragon could read his aura and sense the power inside the boy. But the question was, what type of power was the boy hiding? Not really. Due to recent events, I'm gaining power daily now, and I need to go through a lot of training in order to fully control it. Well, other than that, I guess I am a powerhouse, said Naruto. I barely know you, yet I like you already, kid. I will say that you're indeed a worthy summoner of my clan, but there are some things I need to tell you. And what would that be, Naruto asks? In my clan, all dragons have the unique ability to manipulate all elements at our disposal, but in some cases some dragons can only use fire, along with a special trait they have been given from birth, such as my 4th-time great-grandson, Cien. He is what is known as a Stardust Dragon, because he has the ability to fly out of orbit and use the cosmic energy that the world gives us. Some dragons can use darkness, fire, and wind to make dark flames, while some dragons cannot use any elements. I am of some odd dragon classes, seeing that I can manipulate the elements, but I can only use dark flames as my main element. You will have to be very cautious about summoning us, and make your choices wisely. So, is there anything else you need? Yes, I thought I need a test to take in order to summon you without worrying your tasks. That is true, but seeing that you impressed me beforehand, I'll simply say that you did take my test and beat it. Goodbye. As Naruto nodded, and with that the dragon poofed away. As Naruto summoned his Pandora box, as he turned into his bike form, as he rode back to the village. Today was a good day. Time skip. As Naruto trained hard in his personal training ground that he found in the outskirts of the village. The place was nothing special, just a small meadow with a lake and a waterfall, with some grass around. He was currently working on his devil arms, but mainly on Neven. These devil arms are not only powerful, but help him learn some other skills. From Cerbus, he learned how to wield nunchucks and use them properly. This will be a bit better for him as the trichucks were hard enough to master as it is. A.G.E and Withdraw taught him how to use a two-handed sword style. This spider, he was able to scale walls and jump higher than he normally could. Then came his personal favorite Neven, much to her pleasure deep down. He loved using this weapon because it taught him how to use a guitar, a skill he has desired to gain for a long time, but he has never got around to find a right teacher. The guitar taught him how to use the strings in any succession, like the striff, the riff, and the stroke, and some other ones that he couldn't really explain, as he loved it a lot and couldn't stop work with it. As he played the weapon with a stroke, lightning-infused bat slammed into a tree, completely destroying it, as he smiled at how powerful the weapon was. As he started to play wild, as the bat surrounded him, lightning sparkling like a tornado. When he opened his eyes, the things exploded out, releasing a massive shockwave, as he was marveled at the amount of power and how intense it was. You like that, Master? That is the extent of my power, but you haven't seen what my full power can do, Neven said, as Naruto smirked before he returned the guitar to his body. I look forward to that, he said. He bit his thumb and summoned the dragon. The dragon was about his height, only a bit taller, and it was light blue in color, currently standing on all fours. Its wings located to his lower back. The thing was fast. How are you doing, said Naruto? I hope you're doing well, as he petted the dragon on his head. This dragon name was Sophia. Could have been better. There's not much to do in the summoning realm. The only type of excitement I get is when you summon me for rides or to do ear pranks, Sophia said. Naruto got on her back. She raised her wings and took off in the air. Well, don't worry, soon you and I will be able to fight together. But for now, let's just enjoy this, as the dragon increased its speed, making the flight much more enjoyable. Time skip, with Team 7. As Naruto and the dragon arrived to see their teammates waiting for their sensei to come, he sighed inwardly as he watched his teammates glare at him because he was late. But Naruto figured out the timing. If Kakashi was always 3 hours late, he will arrive 2 hours and 55 minutes late. As this always gave him extra time to train, fly, and have breakfast, and he will have to only wait 5 minutes before their sensei arrived. But they did not like that one bit. Naruto, you're late again, Sakura screeched, as she tried to hit him, but Naruto grabbed her hand. For the last time, Pinky, I'm early, since Kakashi hasn't got here yet. And also, when will you get it through your head? As he put her feet behind her and pushed her forward as he tripped over his feet. I am stronger than you. I can hurt you 20 more times than you can do to me. As he walked by her, as she frowned, wishing that she could find somewhere to meet Naruto appropriate again, and her personal punching bag to take her anger out on. As Saphira came next to him, as Sasuke was glaring. Dope, how are you in command of that dragon? As he saw how the dragon was appealing to Naruto. That's none of your business, said Naruto. Give her to me, said Sasuke. The dragon started to growl a bit, but Naruto patted her on the head to calm her down. No, he said, not paying Sasuke any more mind. Perhaps you didn't hear me. I said, give me the dragon, dope. As Sakura turned, do what Sasuke said, she said. The dragon turned towards Sakura, making her shut her mouth. The moment Sasuke turned back, the barrel of the gun was right towards his eye. This was the scene that Kakashi arrived to when he finally arrived. It seems that Naruto sensed him as he placed the gun away. It's about time you show up, Cyclops. I got bored with Duckass and Pinky over here. Okay. Today we have another D-Rank mission. So, let's go. With the team walking off with him, with the dragon coming along. Later, D-Rank mission. A figure was moving as fast as possible, trying to escape his pursuers. As he made his escape, he used the darkness to his best ability. He would not be caught and sent back into that hell. Never, never again. Panting, he stopped for breath, as he did not see anyone. Target located, Raven in position. A voice whispered quietly into the earpiece, eyeing the target. Cherry Blossom in position, a second voice whispered through gritted teeth. White Noise, with target in hand, returning to the rendezvous point. The third voice said, as Pern came through the intercom link. This was the 5th time they were taking on this mission, and Sakura and Sasuke were tired of it. Whenever they go after the cat, it would claw and splash at them. But whenever Naruto went there, it jumped in his arms like he was a cat master. I think Tora needs a new home. I know. I'll give it to Ayam-chan, since she loves cats. As a cat purr. This will be the last time Jenny and teams will take on a mission like this, as he created 2 clones. Within 2 minutes, Team 7 was in front of the Hokage, as they were glad that the daimyo wife was gone with their cat. As Sarutobi noticed that Naruto was smirking, it was like he did something, but Sarutobi didn't know what it was. Okay, Team 7, seeing that you have completed your 25th D-Rank mission, you are now eligible to take on a C-Rank mission. They instantly accepted, as they were tired of all D-Rank mission they had to take. Alright, then your team will be responsible for the escort and protection of a man named Tazuna. You are to escort him to Wave Country and guard him until the bridge he's building over there is complete. The most you can expect on this mission is a small band of bandits from time to time. You're to pack for a 2-week stay in Wave. For now, I would like you to meet your client. Let him in, said Sarutobi. Time skip. As Team 7 was making their way, Sasuke on Tazuna's right, Sakura on the left, Kakashi behind, and Naruto at the front. As Kakashi was telling Sakura what the wave was like, as Sakura had asked why didn't they have their own ninja village. As Sakura went on to ask questions after question, all that crap that Naruto didn't really care about. He had a feeling that something was not right, as he had gained the dangerous sense from the Feyue, as he felt a feeling of weirdness, and his sense proved right as he walked by a puddle in the middle of the road. Sasuke, Sakura, and Tazuna did not think anything of it. However, Naruto and Kakashi could tell that he was a low level Chunin Genjutsu. Ah, it's summer, and it hasn't rained in this area for 2 weeks. That puddle is not even in a shape. I sense too. Chakra below it. Chunins at best. Well, I guess beggars can't be choosers. As Naruto looked towards Kakashi, as Kakashi knew about the shinobis, and he knew that Naruto knew as well. As Naruto started making simple hand signs towards Kakashi, Kakashi blinked. Anbu signs? How the hell does he know Anbu signs? Kakashi thought to himself. As Kakashi decided to respond, as Naruto told him, 2 Chunin under the puddle. I know. Should I engage? No, wait. They may have information we need. Very well, said Naruto. They continued like nothing was wrong. After they passed the puddle, 2 figures burst from the water. They both had black hair and weird gas masks. They had wicked claw gauntlets on each arm, which were connected by chains. They had on forehead protectors with a hidden mist symbol and a slash going through it, identifying them as missing name from the village hidden in the mist. As Naruto spin and fired 2 bullets, Sakura and Sasuke's eyes went wide, but the bullets curved past them and past Tazuna and snapped the chains before hitting the one in the ear in the stomach, and the other one was hit between the eyes, knocking him out. As Naruto did not put enough force in that one to kill that one, as Naruto vanished, appeared in front of the one that was hit in the stomach and stabbed him right through the stomach with the Kyuubi blade, as the man dropped to the ground coughing up blood. As Naruto whispered, "I'm sorry. May you rest in peace," as the sword ignited in flames. But Naruto already removed the man's head with another blade, as the head was guaranteed big bank in the ninja world for people who have new name status. This all happened in 10 seconds, and Kakashi was in beyond shock of what just happened, as Naruto just took out two 11 ninjas so quickly. He quickly regained his composure when he saw Naruto slapping the other one to wake him up, after tying him up. "What the hell happened?" the man said. "You were defeated, and your brother is dead," said Naruto, as the man's eyes focus. "What?" "Big bro," he says, he saw Naruto carrying the head. "Don't worry, you will be joining him soon," as flames ignite his blade once again, as the man eyed closed, as he was going to accept his fate. He could not move at the moment, and his brother was dead. "Who are you?" "Oh, the name is Naruto Uzumaki. May you and your brother rest in peace," Naruto said. Slice! As the man's head was taken off, as Naruto stabbed the body once again and burned it into ash, as Naruto pulled out a scroll, as he had removed the comments as well, as he sealed them away along the heads. When Naruto turned, he saw his whole team was looking at him with various emotions: shock, surprise, and fear. Kakashi was surprised, as he never once thought that Naruto had killed before. But seeing that the boy was not affected by their deaths, it was another mystery that needed to be solved about the boy. For Tazuna, it was pure shock that a boy not so much older than his grandson was able to kill another human being. But it was thanks to the kind of past he had that he was able to understand a boy being able to kill someone. Well, he was a ninja as well. That was probably what I was expecting from them. From Sasuke and Sakura, it was pure shock. They had just seen their teammate kill 2 truly lethal ninjas with an ounce of pity or remorse and no hesitation. Sasuke felt like he just saw his father killed once again by his brother, and his mother got kidnapped by his brother once again all those years ago. As Sakura, well, not being part of a clan, not witnessing any of these things growing up, she was shocked and scared out of her mind. She did not know what to think of Naruto, other than the fact that he might be the monster that her parents told her about. "What's wrong with you two?" said Naruto as he looked towards them. "Wipe those looks off your faces. We are ninjas. This is what ninjas do." "What? Did you think being a shinobi will be all fun and games? That you will never have to get your hands dirty? That you will never have to do any wet work? You two are more pathetic than I thought. Do you ever stop to realize why the targets at the academy were shaped like humans? Or why the areas where vital organs would be were pointed out? Moreover, if it still hadn't gone through your thick skull, every famous ninja in history who have gotten their title had to kill more people than you can even imagine. Even the fourth guy got his nickname by killing thousands of stone shinobis in the last war. Do you think Kakashi got his title by just copying ninjas' techniques? No, he got them by copying them and turning techniques against his enemies and killing them. That's how legends are made. The survivors of the attack tell others, and names are spread. He took 2 small blue books out of his jacket. These are copies of the latest bingo book. Read it, Naruto said, and what the ninjas so far has done inside to get there. Then you will understand what a ninja really is. And if you don't, you might as well quit now while you still have a head. With his speech over, Naruto simply brushed by them. After about 5 minutes of walking, Naruto asked, "Alright, Tazuna-san, the demon brothers were after you for a reason. Why is that?" Kakashi was shocked to know that Naruto knew them, but he probably knew the bingo book he had in his possession. Tazuna gulped as he tried to play dumb. "I don't know what you're talking." Naruto pulled out Reaper and fired it, as it scratched Tazuna in the cheek, as he shook in fear. "Don't screw with me, old man," said Naruto. Those 2 were highly trained shinobis in ninja arts, and they were apprentices of Zabuza. They know the silent killing technique as they demonstrate to the puddle, and they could have just easily killed you if those 2 morons were the leaders of this group. And they don't perform a pay for fun. Only if the money is good would they perform a silent killing. And don't lie, because I won't miss again, said Naruto, as he clicked the gun. Tazuna gulped. "You're correct," he said. "They're after me. As you may know, Wave is a poor country, but it wasn't always like that. It was once a prosperous place, full of very happy people. Then Goto came with his army of mercenaries. We have no ninja village, so we had no way to defend ourselves from them, and they took over. I knew Goto had sent some of his thugs after me, but I never knew he hired ninjas. As Kakashi sighed, you do realize that this is an A rank mission now. Yes, I know, but I couldn't play for an A class or even a B class mission. I beg you, please continue this mission. After I finish the bridge, Wave will be able to trade again and everything will go back to normal. And then I can pay you properly for an A class mission. Even give you all a bonus. Please, if not for me, do it for the people in the country, said Tazuna as he was now on his knees begging. Kakashi's sigh is not my decision alone. As he turned towards his team, it's a team decision. Naruto scoffed. Come on, Hatake. If the kiddies want to go, let them. But I'm staying, whether you like it or not. Kakashi raised an eyebrow. And why do you care so much, he asked. First of all, I would rather help the man out, seeing that he's on his knees, begging for help. And I don't really care about the money, said Naruto. Thirdly, he obviously had to go to great length to save his land from the tyrant, seeing that he had a reason to lie. Lastly, said Naruto, as he looked at his hand and saw a faint trace of energy. There's something about this place that gets me excited. Like a challenge that is waiting to happen the moment I step foot in this place. So regardless, if those two don't want to go, I'm still going. The most that will happen is that I be a D rank Newtonin status to be returned to the village unharmed, said Naruto. So if they want to run back with their tails between their legs, let them. Kakashi sighed. So, what do you think, he asked as he looked at the two of them. Do you two want to stay or go back? If this dope thinks he's gonna get ahead of me, he has another thing coming. I'm staying, Sasuke said. Sakura, on the other hand, was a different case. Kakashi-sensei, we can't go, she said. No matter how tough Naruto tried to sound, or how brave Sasuke-kun is, we're all inexperienced. We need to go back and let someone of higher rank do this, not us. Until Naruto gave her a rather look, a look that scared her, as he looked like he was ready to fight anything that come his way. And it also gave her, well, a doubt in herself, like he was calling her pathetic with his eyes. I knew you were useless, said Naruto. Useless, weak, worthless girl. Sakura felt like she wanted to cry. And don't think I give a shit about your crying. You pathetic excuse for a ninja, said Naruto. Naruto, stop it. That's uncalled for, said Kakashi. Who cares if it's uncalled for, said Naruto. She needs to learn where her place is in life, and that she will have to change herself if she wants to be a real ninja. All she's doing is proving that she's a worthless person and kunoichi. She's pathetic and worthless, yet you allow her to think that she's on my level. Different between us is, I can do something about my problem, but all she can do is crap for herself for the village, probably be a scapegoat or lamb, just to be sacrificed to the wolf. As he wanted her to realize that she was useless, she had to change herself to prove him wrong, but she broke into tears crying. Naruto, that's enough, you're crossing the line. I'm the leader here and you will follow my orders. But Naruto stared right back at him. Listen very well, Kakashi. I'm not gonna repeat myself. I don't care if you're coming with that Sharingan of yours or with demon legions behind you. You may be a Jonin, but I'm stronger than these two weaklings here. And I'm going to be the one to pick up the slack and be the one to save their sorry asses when the world finally drops on them. If you want to hold your little hands in the battlefield, that's fine. But I'll be fighting alongside the other warriors that the village needs to protect it. Come on, old man, let's go, said Naruto as he started to walk off. As the group sighed. Timeskip, 20 minutes later. As they were walking for a good 20 minutes now, as Naruto sensed someone following them. I sense it too, said the Kyuubi. Be very cautious. There's a lot of killing intent aimed at the old man. Naruto saw Sasuke throw a kunai towards a branch, but it was only a white bunny. As Naruto started to make hand signs to Kakashi, who responded with his own. The rabbit coat is white when it should be brown for this time. Yes, plus it's native to this land. That type of rabbit is only seen in the mist. How do you think he got there? I would say that the enemy used a substitution to replace himself with it, so that we will all fall for a trap. The bunny started to hop away, as Naruto placed his hand behind him as blood fan came in his palm. Kakashi nodded as he fired off the gun, as it hit the tree and blazed, as a sword came whipping out of it. Get down, Kakashi yelled, as he pulled down both Tazuna and Sakura, as the blade stabbed into a tree, with a figure standing on the hilt. Mamakai Zabuza, A rank missing of Kiri, one of the 7 ninja swordsmen of the mist. It's an honor to meet a killer of your caliber, said Naruto, as Zabuza looked down at him, as he chuckled darkly. So, one of the brats know me, huh? I see you have trained them well. Copycat ninja. Kakashi Hatake, he said. Kakashi was about to say something, but Naruto cut him off. He has taught us absolutely nothing, but he and the others are irrelevant right now. Get down here, and let's fight. As he brought forward Yamato and unsheathed, as he placed the sheath on his hip, as Naruto shot off the ground, Zabuza smiled as he jumped down, as he pulled his sword from a tree and clashed with Naruto's blade. The both of them clashed violently as they disappeared and flashed across the area. He's good. That sword is different as well. That sword as well. What is it? A curious Zabuza said as he clashed with Naruto. I see you're curious about my sword, said Naruto. Let me introduce to you Yamato, one of the prized swords from my clan. As he slashed towards Zabuza, a blast in the shape of a moon rushed towards Zabuza, who leaped from the way. As Naruto resheathed Yamato, summon swords, he said. As 6 swords appeared around him, as he sent 4 towards Zabuza and kept 2 with him. Zabuza blocked all of them with his own, but he was hit in the shoulder by 2. What the hell? He said. This brat is good. As he went through hand signs. Don't think this will be enough, brat, he said. As Naruto went through hand sign with his left hand. Water release. Water dragon jutsu. Lightning release. Lightning dragon, said Naruto. A massive water dragon came behind Zabuza, as a lightning dragon came from above towards Naruto. As both attacks flew towards each other, but the lightning dragon ripped right through the water dragon and exploded right in front of Zabuza. As he was sent sailing through an ear and he smashed in a tree, coughing up blood. As he looked up to see Naruto walking towards him, Naruto held up his hand speaking, while chakra started gathering in his palm. Mamakai Zabuza, said Naruto, I have seen your desire to live and your will to fight. For that alone I will give you a warrior's death, and hit you in a place where you shall die depending on your own, said Naruto as a Rasengan fully formed. Before he could do it, though, a pair of Senbon pierced Zabuza's neck, as a hunter name came on a tree branch. Thank you for defeating Mamakai Zabuza for me. It gave me the opportunity to take him down, while he was distracted. As Naruto turned towards the hunter ninja, no problem. But I have a question before you take the big guy away, said Naruto. Before his eyes, narrowed towards the hunter nin who stiffened at the question a bit. Yes, the hunter nin said. As the hunter nin propped up the dead body on his shoulder. Why, aren't you disposing of the body right now? Naruto's pupils became slit as he heard the hunter's heart beating faster. Until we meet again, Leaf Shinobi, the hunter nin said, quickly disappearing with Zabuza. Huh, said Naruto, as he sheathed his blade as it vanished. As his team finally arrived towards the scene, they spoke before they decided to head towards Zabuza's house. There was a lot more to talk about though. Time skip. Damn it, Haku. Did you have to hit me in the neck like that? It hurt like hell before and after the needle made contact, said Zabuza. It was the only way, Zabuza-sama. It wouldn't have been effective if I hit anywhere else. As Haku removed her mask, a beautiful young girl with long black hair. As her face looked so innocent, you would have to think twice to believe that this was a missing insubordinate. It was one of the reasons why Zabuza knew she would be so deadly when he took her from Mist and made her into his apprentice in shinobi arts. You're ruthless and soft at the same time. I pity the day you get a boyfriend. That guy, as Zabuza chuckled before he coughed up some blood. You are not in fully fighting condition, she said. Time skip. 2 days had passed since the battle, as Team 7 made it towards Tazuna's house. Sasuke spent the time brooding, while Sakura still spent her time fawning over Sasuke. So as the time went by, Naruto avoided all of them, and Tazuna's grandson seemed rather annoying as well, so he spent the next week by himself training. All week he had clones working on chakra control exercises, his devil arms, and how to charge his guns with his chakra, as he was hard at work in developing a new skills with his gun, called Gun Kata, which would allow him to fight hand-to-hand combat with his guns. He was also trying to transfer the power of Serenity into his gun, to make them far more lethal and dangerous than they already were. Alright, he said, I would just have to focus the power of Serenity into the guns, and fire off multiple rounds. Shouldn't be too hard, as he had Angel and Reaper in his hand. As he pressed on the trigger, he felt the force until it fired off. The tree that it hit completely just fell over, as the force had smashed into it, destroying the bark. But it was not instantaneous. There was a bit of a drawback. Well, with some more work on that move, he was sure that he could get it down within seconds, as he made his way back to the house after that, as he has been training for the entire day. As he saw his teammates and his sensei with tea. Yo, Naruto, good thing that you're here. I wish to go over something with the mission, said Kakashi. Naruto shrugged as he sat down. Snami placed a cup of tea in front of him as he thanked her. Okay, Team 7. It seems like Zabuza is still alive. Kakashi saw Naruto's expression didn't change not even one bit. You're not surprised. I already knew that Zabuza was still alive, due to the method that the hunter in use. Please, dope, like you actually know how he's still alive, said Sasuke. Actually, Sasuke, he's right, said Kakashi, as he went into explanation of what a hunter ninja is and what they do. So instead of just taking the head and burning the body, the hunter ninja went off with the full body, as he explained to them what the death state was, and that was most likely what Zabuza was placed in. Sasuke and Sakura were shocked, while Naruto calmly sipped more of his tea. I take it that since Zabuza still lived, there will be some training involved, said Naruto. Kakashi nodded as Naruto yawned his hand before he got up. Very well. I'm going to have a meeting between my eyes and my eyelids, he said. Huh? Said Sakura, as Naruto made his way upstairs and fall asleep. But guys, be in subscribe right here. If you want the next part of this, to do, like, subscribe, comment down below, and turn on that bell notification stay posted. Remember, share to all of your friends on your social media platform. And also, stay in tune for Anime King 3, guys. I'm going to be posting a new episode over there, and I do hope that you guys enjoy. But for now, I'm Motivator. See you guys soon. Peace.